All righty. Good morning, boys. Morning. How's everybody doing? Got some contracts expiry changing on the ES and NASDAQ. So watch that, guys. Not a bad spot to go long on NASDAQ if you guys want to wear from the mean. Good things to talk about over here this morning, guys. Let's start this, guys. If you guys have any tickers to ask, please post it in the YouTube chat and I'll go about that ticker. Right. Let's start it, guys. So Bitcoin, nice move upside, cranking upside this morning. Beautiful. Nothing much that I'm going to be tracing this thing, guys, or any other stocks because this is I would want to pull back. When a pullback comes, then we'll be chasing. Then we'll take a wrong. So I would watch 71,000 as a resist support. Now, if we come back over there, that would be a next support to take her again long. All right. Nothing much to talk about the Bitcoin, guys. Already making new moves and all that stuff. Let's talk about the ES. Before that, let me just pick up the morning. This. Right. Let's pick up the calendar. Right. So we have the economic calendar, guys. Tomorrow we got some CPI data. Today I don't see anything big here. So I see CPI data tomorrow. That will be a data that we got to watch tomorrow morning. See some 10-year note auction. Maybe that one also you got to watch. And then on the Thursday, we got PPI. So you got to watch PPI on Thursday, see what's PPI going to do on Thursday. Yeah, and that's it. And then we got 3-year, 10-year, 30-year bond settlement on Friday. So we'll watch that also, guys. That's it for me in economic calendar. Nothing much in the earnings I see this week, except for Adobe that I'll be watching. That's it. Nothing special. All right, guys, let's jump in the market. If you guys are using TOS, guys, first things first, you got to go to settings, go to futures, and have adjusted contract changes, right? If you have that, then you're good, and you can use my charts and all that stuff. All right, boys, what's happening? Getting a little bit of a push last week, like I said yesterday in the webinar, and pull back, coming back to a key level. We'll be watching 51.71 as a pivot today. This is going to be the resist. This is going to be resistance. 52.05 is where the warehouse is, where the point of control is. So this could be also a magnet to go back up there and see what happens. I would expect a chop day, probably in between zones. Nothing much for CPI tomorrow. Right, so I expect a chop day. So don't look for home runs today, guys. Look for base hits. See profits, take profits, get out of it. That's kind of environment we'll probably get today. All right, that's the ES, guys. So I'll be watching 51.71. That's a pivot. We have a good zone over here that we got bought up, got bought up, got bought up. So that's going to be a good zone to go long. And that's also where the 21 EMA is over here, guys. Right? So that'll be a good space to go long if we come over here and hold 21 EMA, the mean, and then upside, right? So longs, I would love to buy at 51.30, 51.23-ish, guys. That's ES. Talk about the NASDAQ. Pull up. All right. You can see, let me pick up this thing. Sorry. Switch it to the EMA so you guys can see. So you guys can see we came to the 21. He's a support, got bought up, came to the 21, got bought up, again to the 21 right now, boys. So we hold this 21, not a bad spot, right? Right in the middle. This is the pivot point today, right? If this pivot holds, we could possibly go into there. If this pivot doesn't hold, if 21 doesn't hold, come back into here. All right, so we are right at the 21, not a bad spot, but it's in between zones right now. So if you're gonna take longs over here, you gotta be very careful. It's very tight stop loss because this 21 doesn't hold. And possible we can get something like that, like this was holding and then this didn't hold and then downside. Right? For now, she's holding pretty well, guys. All right. Okay, let's go to Apple. So Apple guys came to a good support here, got bought up. She's below every EMAs and all that stuff right now. Still into this 171.96 is a key level. I added 171.38, so made a zone over there. You still need to break this and hold. If we break and hold 171.96, then possible go into this 173.79. A little bit of small gap probably over there, and then see what happens. But this 171.96 is going to be the key one to watch, guys. Right? I like Appleware. She made a new low that Thursday, and she is looking good. Get bought by Barbara. We did play her on Friday. Didn't swing it over thing because I was not sure how the market would react over the weekend with Nvidia dumping and all that stuff. So it's a good thing we didn't swing it, and let's see if we can hold this, and maybe we can get it again and players swing over the week, over this week with CPI and PPI, and then maybe they can spot up. Let's see what happens. Maybe you can get a nice move on it, get some nice profits, and swing the rest of the positions. So I'll be watching Apple from this bottom over here, like this bottom that she's bottoming and over here, guys. And it's Apple to BA. BA was holding the 200 guys, very, very strong, holding, gave up the 200 now, boys. Now she is, in the morning, she was around somewhere around here when I was mentioning the VIP chat, but coming into a big support now, guys. 189.57, 192.41, right? Then post that in the newsletter this morning as well. I would just posted that she dropped below it. Or did I post it? No. Yeah, well, I did post it, 192.41, yes. So that's going to be the support, guys. You guys can see. Let me pull in the 4-hour chart. You can see it better. See, last time she came to that over here, went up, came back, and then no looking back, right? But this time she couldn't hold this thing. So I don't know if this doesn't hold. Possible we go back to 176. So I'll be looking at that 192.41 as a support. See if we can hold over there. If that doesn't hold, probably 189.57 ish. Downside. And if that doesn't hold, probably possible all the way to 176. Just add up to 3 levels here. So 182.55 and then 176. That's the VA. Let me just remove this thing, guys. Okay, let's talk about Tesla. What a good projection on the Friday, boys. Tesla came to that key resistance on Friday, poof, got rejected, right? Trap everybody, right? That's not where you go long, right? You got a rejection there. This is basically, if you want to go long, guys, on Tesla, not a bad spot over here to go long, right? Not a bad spot at all to go long. Come over here, 173.70, 175. If we hold here, you can take her long, guys, right? But I still think in a bigger time frame, she's still going to go lower. But I know a lot of people want to buy Tesla. If you want to buy Tesla, guys, you can nimble some positions here. If you want to buy, some shares, you can buy over here. You can then buy again later. But if you want to take a trade, you can buy over here. And if it doesn't work, just cut that trade. And then target will be 181, 182-ish. Right? This support is still strong, guys. Not giving up yet. That's Tesla. Talk about Moderna. Moderna, nice move from earnings, came back to key support, held, and now trying to break this resistance. 101.81 is not a bad spot. Let's say if market pulls back, guys, probably rotation can go into these kind of names also. Moderna, UNH, and all that stuff. Moderna chart looks nicely to me. I love this chart. 101 could be a nice support. And this thing can just get squeezed out, boys. Maybe 110 calls this week cheap and maybe pay out hard if this thing decides to squeeze out, if money comes into these kind of names. Just keep an eye on it. Moderna. Next one was NVIDIA, guys. Let's talk about NVIDIA. So NVIDIA, guys, massive sell-off on Friday. This morning, making that 870, 897. That was a key resistance. That was like an all-time highs over here. Got a retest there on Friday. We gave up. We couldn't hold the 876 also, the 897 this morning came to the 897-ish and got rejected. So I would watch this 876 as a pivot point, guys. That was also an all-time highs before here. I'm going to just make this a little bit more, it's more visual. 876.95, that's a good resistance. We can stay below it. I think possibly we come to this little small gap that we have to fill. And I would love to go long at 785 on NVIDIA, guys, right here. So we can get over here and hold. This is where I'll be looking to go long again on NVIDIA if you want to scoop up some shares. All right. Later on in the group, you guys can tell me what is the reason that I want to go along here. Let's see who's smart in the group, and we'll see. All right, that's NVIDIA. Let's talk about VIX only, guys, the last thing, and then we can jump on our Discord and discuss over their stuff. VIX, guys, has been chilling in the bottom here. VIX, if 16 breaks, maybe some market can pull back. 16 is a very big resistance on VIX. If we break, we hold there, that'll be good, guys. We need to break, hold, then we can get some volatility coming into the market, right? And we want the volatility, guys. We want, like, big moves up, down, whatever. I don't care, but when the VIX in the bottom where it becomes a little bit more harder to trade SPX, there's not much volatility and all that stuff, But when this thing breaks out, then it becomes more fun in SPX to trade the volatility. All right, boys, that's it for me. Market is holding pretty well, holding the 21 EMA on the Nasdaq pretty well, getting a bounce over here. So yeah, let's see what's going to happen today, guys. Remember, tomorrow is CPI. Could be a choppy day today, right? So be careful out there. Take your base hits. Not a home run day, I would say. And see you on the Discord, boys. Have a great day.